day my own son laughed while telling me I was being sent to a nursing home. I was standing in my kitchen, holding a chipped mug that still smelled faintly of my late wife's coffee. My name is Ned, Grandpa Ned to most, and I've lived long enough to know that laughter can cut deeper than shouting. Dad, my son Mark said over the phone, amusement dripping from every word, we've decided. You're moving into a nursing home. It's for the best. Then he laughed, a short, careless laugh, like he was talking about trading in an old couch. For a moment I said nothing. Silence has weight when you're old. It presses against your chest, filled with memories, birthday candles, scraped knees, bedtime stories. I raised that boy with calloused hands and sleepless nights. I taught him how to ride a bike. I buried his mother with him standing beside me shaking. And now this. I took a slow breath and replied calmly, all right, son, if that's what you think. That seemed to surprise him. He cleared his throat, as if he'd expected begging or anger. Good, we'll handle everything. My wife's already looking at places. After he hung up, I sat down at the small wooden table I'd built myself 40 years ago. The house was quiet, but it wasn't empty. It was full of my life, and that's when I decided something Mark didn't expect. You see, people mistake silence for weakness. They think age means surrender, but I didn't survive wars, layoffs, and loss by being foolish. Over the next week, Mark and his wife, Linda, came by with forced smiles and printed brochures. This one has bingo nights, Linda said brightly, like she was offering me a treat, and nurses on call. I nodded politely, listening. They talked over me about me as if I was already gone. When Mark suggested we sell my house to cover the costs, I smiled again. Let me think about it, I said. That night I pulled out an old folder from my bedroom drawer, yellowed papers, neatly stacked, deeds, bank statements, a will, updated just a year ago after my neighbor passed suddenly. Mark didn't know about that. The truth was simple. The house was already transferred into a trust. My savings were protected, and the nursing home, fully my choice if I ever needed one. The following Sunday, I invited Mark and Linda over for dinner. I cooked roast chicken, just like his mother used to. Mark ate greedily, comfortable, confident. Midway through the meal, I cleared my throat. I've been thinking about what you said, I began. Mark leaned back smug. Good, it's settled then. I folded my hands. I'll be moving, yes, but not into a nursing home. Linda frowned. What do you mean? I've decided to move into the guest house behind my friend Harold's place. He's my age. We look out for each other. I paused. And I've also decided to make a few changes. Mark laughed again. Dad, you can't just... I can, I interrupted, my voice steady, because this house, it's no longer up for sale, and my finances are none of your concern. The table went quiet. Linda's smile vanished. But how will you manage? I looked her straight in the eyes. Just fine. Then I reached into my pocket and placed a sealed envelope on the table. This is a copy of my updated will. Mark's face tightened. What's that supposed to mean? It means, I said gently, that respect matters, and those who laugh at me when I'm vulnerable won't be deciding my future. They left shortly after, angry and confused. Weeks passed. I moved into Harold's guest house, a small, bright place with a garden. We drank tea in the mornings and played chess in the afternoons. For the first time in years, I felt seen. Mark didn't call. Then one evening, my phone rang. Dad, he said quietly, no laughter this time. I didn't realize I thought. I know what you thought, I replied. You thought I was old enough to ignore. There was a long pause. I'm sorry. I closed my eyes. Forgiveness is heavy too. I believe you, but things will be different now. Today I'm still Grandpa Ned, still walking slow, still telling stories, but I've learned something important. Growing old doesn't mean giving up control. It means choosing where and with whom you spend what time you have left. And when my son once laughed and said, "You're moving into a nursing home," I replied with something far stronger than anger. I chose myself.